When a farmer discovered one of his cows was pregnant, he was over the moon. However, when it tried to give birth, the owner was shocked by what he saw. Dive into the fascinating world of animal births, where the incredible diversity and adaptability of motherhood are vividly displayed. From an astonishing cow birth to unique seals, here are the 20 most extreme births in the animal kingdom. Number 20. Spotted hyena. The birth of a spotted hyena is far from a laughing matter. These notorious creatures have one of the most unusual birthing processes you'll ever come across during a safari. Unlike other animals, a spotted hyena gives birth through a narrow birth canal, making the process particularly perilous. This is especially true for first-time mothers, as they face the highest risk of complications that can tragically lead to the suffocation of their cubs. One of the primary risks during hyena birth is the size of the newborn. Hyena cubs are relatively large compared to their mothers, making the birthing process difficult and potentially life-threatening. The cub's size can cause complications during delivery, such as dystocia, where the cub becomes stuck in the birth canal. This situation can lead to severe distress for both the mother and the cub, requiring immediate intervention by experienced professionals. And now it's time for today's topic. Get ready for an utterly amazing story that'll have you moved by its rarity and triple the excitement. We've got a truly amazing tale of a cow in Texas that defied the odds and gave birth to not one, not two, but 3 adorable little calves. Now folks, seeing a cow give birth to triplets is about as rare as finding a needle in a haystack. It's like winning the jackpot on a dairy farm, and as you can see from the image, this mama cow was absolutely enormous, sporting a serious baby bump. In fact, the farmer couldn't stop screaming when he saw what the cow gave birth to. She knew she had a special delivery to make, and boy did she deliver. Those 3 little calves brought joy to the entire farm and left everyone utterly amazed. Have you ever seen anything as extraordinary as this? Can you imagine the surprise and excitement on the farmer's face? As always, comment down below and let us know your opinion in relation to what we just showed on screen. Let's move on to the next one. Number 19. Kiwi. The kiwi's egg is disproportionately large compared to its body size, making it a significant feat for the female to lay. In fact, the size of the egg is so substantial that the female kiwi often struggles to eat in the days leading up to the egg-laying event. This is a remarkable sacrifice she makes to ensure the successful arrival of her offspring. To witness this extraordinary phenomenon, we present to you this captivating film clip featuring a North Island brown kiwi, a species of kiwi native to New Zealand. The footage showcases the determination and resilience of the female kiwi as she prepares to lay her precious egg. You can see the challenges faced by the kiwi, from the physical strain of carrying such a large egg to the sacrifice of foregoing food in the days preceding the laying process. These are some pretty badass kiwi moms, and why not hit like and subscribe? Otherwise, an army of evil kiwis will be showing up to hunt you down. Number 18. Seal birth. In the world of marine mammals, the process of seals giving birth is a fascinating one. Join us as we dive into the incredible journey of female elephant seals and their unique birthing process. During the breeding season, pregnant female elephant seals gather on the shores, accompanied by juvenile females and adult females that did not conceive. It's a bustling community of anticipation and excitement. When the time comes, the pregnant female elephant seal will give birth to a single pup, typically a rather skinny-looking black bundle of joy. The birth itself is a swift and efficient process, often occurring within a matter of minutes. The pup is expelled into the world, either back flippers first or head first, followed by the afterbirth. Number 17. Tasmanian Devil. In the wilds of Tasmania, female Tasmanian devils have a strange birthing experience that'll leave you in awe. These marsupials give birth to a whopping 20 to 40 joeys at once, creating quite a lot of chaos. This mother Tasmanian devil, exhausted from carrying such a large brood, awaits the arrival of her joeys. As the moment arrives, the joeys make a mad dash towards her pouch, where they hope to secure a spot for themselves. But here's the catch: the mother devil's pouch has only 4 teats available. With such a competitive race, not all the joeys will make it to the finish line. Only the lucky ones who reach the pouch in time will have the opportunity to latch on and continue their journey. For the next 3 months, these fortunate joeys will call the pouch their home. They will rely on their mother's milk for nourishment and protection as they continue to develop and grow. Number 16. Naked mole rats. In a bizarre turn of events, the naked mole rat colony at the Small Mammal House in the Smithsonian's National Zoo recently crowned its queen, a moment that has been eagerly anticipated for months. The colony welcomed 3 adorable pups into the world, and their presence has been captured on the naked mole rat webcam, providing a delightful glimpse into their fascinating lives. With the arrival of these pups, The female responsible for their birth solidifies her position as the queen of the colony. Naked mole rats are part of an elite club, being one of only 2 mammalian species that exhibit eusocial behavior, meaning they live in a highly organized colony with a clear division of labor. In this unique social structure, all the other members of the colony serve as diligent workers, each fulfilling specific roles to support the queen and the overall functioning of the group. It's a system rarely seen in the mammal world, making naked mole rats even more extraordinary. Number 15. Male seahorses. Seahorses, belonging to the pipefish family, captivate our imagination with their unique appearance and fascinating attributes. One such characteristic is their ability to change color, thanks to specialized structures called chromatophores in their skin cells. These chromatophores allow these mostly stationary creatures to blend seamlessly with their surroundings, providing them with incredible camouflage as they cling to stalks of seagrass in their shallow habitats. However, it's their unparalleled biological feat that truly sets them apart. In a role reversal like no other, male seahorses and sea dragons take on the task of pregnancy and bearing young, an adaptation that defies the norms of the animal kingdom. Once the mating ritual takes place, the female deposits her eggs into the male's specialized pouch, where they are fertilized and carefully nurtured until it's time for birth. As the designated carriers of new life, male seahorses and sea dragons undergo a remarkable transformation. Their bodies undergo intricate physiological changes to support the developing embryos, providing them with oxygen and nutrients until the day of reckoning arrives. When the time is right, the male expels the fully formed miniature seahorses or sea dragons into the water, marking the completion of their parental journey. So, the next time you catch a glimpse of a seahorse gracefully navigating the ocean depths, take a moment to appreciate the extraordinary journey of fatherhood these gentle creatures embark upon and marvel at the wonders of the natural world. Number 14. The platypus. Deep in the heart of Australia, a truly unique creature known as the platypus defies conventional mammalian norms with its extraordinary reproductive process. Among the limited ranks of egg-laying mammals, the female platypus showcases a fascinating journey of parenthood. When the time comes, the female platypus carefully crafts an underground burrow near the water's edge, providing a safe haven for her precious eggs. With precision, she digs and shapes her burrow, creating a cozy nursery for her offspring. Once the burrow is complete, she gently lays her eggs and carefully arranges them in a secure chamber within the burrow. After an incubation period of approximately 10 days, a miraculous event occurs. The tiny platypus hatchlings emerge from their eggs, their miniature forms embodying the wonders of nature. These adorable young platypuses, often called puggles, enter the world with an innate sense of curiosity and adventure. But their journey has just begun. The puggles rely on their mother's milk for nourishment, and for the next 4 months, they eagerly nurse, growing stronger and more independent with each passing day. Under the watchful eye of their mother, they develop the skills necessary for survival in their aquatic habitat. Number 13. African cichlids. Here we have the extraordinary sight that unfolds as African cichlids showcase their method of reproduction. These vibrant fish, known for their dazzling colors and intricate behaviors, engage in a mating ritual that involves the male's artistic nest-building skills and the female's nurturing mouth-breeding behavior. To initiate the process, the male cichlid takes on the role of an architect, meticulously constructing a cave or a nest to entice the female. Once the cave is complete, the male woos his potential mate with an enchanting fin-shaking dance, a performance that may leave you wondering if fish have their own version of dancing with the stars. Upon successfully attracting the female, the pair engages in the act of reproduction. The female lays her eggs within the secure confines of the nest, and the male swiftly fertilizes them, sealing the promise of new life. But here comes the wild part. Instead of leaving the eggs unattended, the female takes on the role of a dedicated caretaker. With utmost care, the female African cichlid scoops up the fertilized eggs in her mouth, providing a safe haven for their development. She holds the precious cargo in her mouth, ensuring their protection and nourishment. For the next 10 to 15 days, the eggs undergo a transformative journey, gradually maturing until the moment of hatching arrives. Even after the eggs hatch, the mother's responsibility doesn't end. She continues to harbor the newborn fry within her mouth, occasionally allowing them brief forays outside to feed. This unique mouth-breeding behavior showcases the incredible bond between parent and offspring, as the mother keeps a watchful eye on her growing brood. As the young fish reach a certain stage of development, the mother gradually releases them into the world, allowing them to explore their surroundings. However, she remains ever vigilant, ready to quickly retract her precious offspring into her mouth at the slightest sign of danger. Number 12. Shingleback lizards. Pregnant stumpy-tailed lizards must carry a gut-busting burden. an infant that weighs over a third of their own body weight. Just imagine a human mother giving birth to a 7-year-old child. It's a jaw-dropping comparison that shows the incredible challenge these lizards face. Dr. Susie Munns, a dedicated scientist studying these fascinating reptiles, has witnessed a veritable baby boom among the mother stumpies she collected from the South Australian desert. She marvels at the sheer size of the gestational load these lizards bear. Unlike humans, who have the luxury of a swelling belly and extra body space during pregnancy, the shingleback lizards must navigate their pregnancy without any visible changes. It's a mind-boggling phenomenon. Despite the challenges they face, these remarkable reptiles continue to thrive in their unique environment. Number 11. Tenrec. When it comes to the number of offspring, tenrecs can have quite a range, from a single adorable bundle of joy to a bustling brood of 10. The litter size varies among different species. On average, a tenrec mother gives birth to a litter of 3 to 4 adorable tenrec pups. Imagine the excitement of welcoming multiple tiny tenrecs into the world. These little tenrecs waste no time in making their presence known. Within a mere 11 to 13 days, their tiny eyes open, revealing the wonders of their surroundings. Fully furred and full of curiosity, they embark on a journey of growth and exploration. During the early weeks of their lives, these young tenrecs stick close to their mother, relying on her guidance and care. Their dependency on her is vital for their development and survival. The tenrec mothers are known for their exceptional parenting skills, ensuring the well-being of their young until they are ready to face the world on their own. Within 4 weeks, these young tenrecs begin the weaning process, gradually becoming less reliant on their mother's nourishment. They start to venture out on their own, acquiring the skills and independence necessary for adulthood. It's an exciting time as they step into the world, ready to carve out their own paths. Number 10. Suriname toad. A peculiar creature known as the Suriname toad defies conventional birth practices with its extraordinary reproductive strategy. While it may not win any beauty contests among amphibians, this unique toad has a birthing method that is sure to make you do a double take. At first glance, the Suriname toad's appearance may seem rather unusual. Its flattened body, resembling a flounder, and its triangular-shaped head with beady eyes give it a distinctive and somewhat comical look. But it's the toad's reproductive behavior that truly sets it apart. Unlike most toads that lay eggs externally, the Suriname toad takes a radically different approach. As the female toad prepares to give birth, a cluster of tiny holes forms on her back, resembling a honeycomb pattern. These holes, called brood pouches, serve as a unique nursery for the toad's offspring. In a mesmerizing display of nature's ingenuity, the female Suriname toad releases her eggs into the water, and the male fertilizes them. But here's where it gets truly bizarre. Instead of leaving the eggs to develop independently, the female strategically positions herself above the fertilized eggs and presses them onto her back, embedding them into the holes. Over time, the eggs sink into the specialized pouches, becoming enveloped in a layer of skin. Here, they undergo a transformation, developing into fully formed tadpoles within the safety of their mother's back. This process takes several weeks, during which the mother provides nourishment to the growing embryos through a network of blood vessels in her skin. When the time comes for birth, the toad's back undergoes a fascinating metamorphosis. The baby toads emerge from the brood pouches, breaking through the skin to enter the world. This back birth phenomenon is a sight to behold, as the tiny toads pop out one by one, ready to embark on their own amphibious adventures. Number 9. Giraffes. Giraffes are remarkable in their ability to reproduce year-round. Unlike many other species, they are not limited to specific mating seasons. This means that a female giraffe can conceive and give birth at any time throughout the year. After a gestation period of approximately 15 months, the female giraffe prepares for the arrival of her calf. When the time comes, she gives birth while standing, showcasing her incredible strength and balance. This birthing method is quite extraordinary, as most mammals prefer to lie down during labor. As the newborn giraffe enters the world, it quickly adjusts to its new surroundings. Within a matter of hours, the calf displays an incredible feat of nature. It stands up and starts running. This ability to mobilize shortly after birth is essential for its survival in the wild. Number 8. Porcupine. Contrary to popular misconceptions, porcupines do not lay eggs. Like the majority of mammals, they give birth to live young. The only exceptions to this rule are the platypus and the echidna, distant relatives of the porcupine, which lay eggs. So, while the porcupine may share some physical similarities with its egg-laying counterparts, it does not partake in their unique reproductive process. Typically, the porcupine welcomes a single newborn into the world during the spring season. These adorable youngsters, born with a full set of quills, are ready to face the world alongside their protective parents. While they may not have the luxury of a clutch of eggs like their monotreme cousins, they make up for it with their endearing appearance and resilient nature. So, if you ever come across a porcupine in the wild, rest assured that it did not hatch from an egg. Instead, it entered the world as a live-born offspring, joining the ranks of other mammalian babies. Remember, it's just the platypus and echidna that have exclusive mammalian rights to the egg-laying club. Number 7. Elephants. As the time for giving birth draws near, a female elephant seeks the comforting presence of another female within her family unit, knowing that she will find support and protection during the labor process. It's a heartwarming sight to witness the bonds of family as the entire unit circles around the laboring female, forming a protective barrier from all sides. With their massive bodies and vigilant presence, they create a safe space for the birthing mother, ensuring her well-being and the successful arrival of the newborn. When the moment arrives, the birth itself is a relatively swift affair, lasting only a few minutes. The first calf makes its entrance into the world, typically born head and forelegs first. While the arrival of a single calf is the norm, the birth of twins, although incredibly rare, has been documented in exceptional cases. In a fascinating display of nature's ingenuity, elephant mothers employ a unique strategy to protect their young. After giving birth, they consume the afterbirth, an act that may seem peculiar to us, well, unless you happen to be Tom Cruise, that is, but serves a vital purpose. By doing so, they eliminate any traces of birth that could potentially attract predators, ensuring the safety of their vulnerable offspring. Number 6. Sugar glider. Let's take a detour to the world of cute and cuddly creatures, where the sugar glider takes center stage with its remarkable birthing process. These tiny marsupials embark on a unique journey of pregnancy and birth, captivating us with their adorable offspring. The sugar glider's pregnancy lasts a mere 16 days, a relatively short period considering the wonders that lie ahead. When the time comes, the female sugar glider gives live birth to her young, introducing them to the world with tenderness and care. To ensure a safe and seamless transition, the female sugar glider licks a path from her cloaca to her pouch. This pathway serves as a guide for the joey, making its journey to the pouch a little smoother. Once inside the cozy sanctuary of the pouch, the joey latches on to one of the 4 teats, securing its place for nourishment and growth. Despite its underdeveloped mouth, the joey's instincts kick in as it swells over the teat, preventing accidental dislodgement. Safely nestled in the pouch, the joey continues its development for approximately 70 days, protected by its mother's warmth and care. The day the joey emerges from the pouch, affectionately known as oop, out of pouch, is an exciting milestone. This day is typically regarded as their birthday, marking the beginning of their independent journey in the world. From this point forward, their age is determined based on their oop date, just like a conventional birthday celebration. Number 5. Snakes. Snakes are a diverse group of reptiles, and each species has its unique way of bringing life into the world. While most snakes do not lay eggs like birds or other reptiles, there are 2 primary methods by which they give birth: oviparity and viviparity. Oviparous snakes, such as pythons and boas, lay eggs. These eggs are incubated either internally or externally until they hatch. The female snake carefully selects a suitable location to lay her eggs, where they are protected and provided with optimal conditions for development. On the other hand, viviparous snakes give birth to live young. These snakes retain the eggs inside their bodies until they are ready to hatch. The embryos receive nourishment and develop within the mother's body through a placenta-like structure. Once fully developed, the mother snake delivers her live offspring. Now, let's address the myth that snakes give birth through their mouths. This misconception may have originated from the fact that some snakes, such as cobras and vipers, have venomous fangs in their mouths. While these snakes can deliver a venomous bite, it is important to note that their reproductive process is entirely separate from their feeding habits. Remember, when it comes to snakes, it's always best to separate fact from fiction. Number 4. Giant African land snail. When it comes to breeding, giant African land snails are quite adaptable and don't require much special attention. They can start reproducing at around 6 months of age, and interestingly, the larger of the pair usually carries the eggs, so size does matter in the snail world. Clutches of eggs are laid in batches ranging anywhere from 30 to a whopping 1,000 eggs. That's a lot of tiny snails in the making. To increase their chances of survival, the snails produce batches of eggs several months apart. So if you're keeping a close eye on your snail, be sure to check for eggs every 3 days. The eggs themselves are white or yellowish and measure about 4 to 5 millimeters in diameter. Now here's the exciting part, the hatching process. Snail eggs can take anywhere from several days to 6 weeks to hatch, depending on the environmental conditions. If everything is just right, around 90% of the baby snails should successfully emerge from their eggs and start their slimy journey. Number 3. Stegotyphus lineatus. While most mothers strive to nurture and protect their offspring, these 8-legged creatures have a rather gruesome approach to ensuring the survival of their young. After giving birth, the Stegotyphus lineatus mothers display an act of selflessness that borders on the macabre. They regurgitate food for their spiderlings, nourishing them with their own bodily fluid. But it doesn't end there. These devoted mothers willingly become victims of their own children, allowing themselves to be cannibalized as a means to provide sustenance for their offspring. Entomologist Mor Solomon from the Hebrew University of Jerusalem in Israel delved into the intricate world of this peculiar spider species. His study focused on understanding the process of metrophagy, the term used to describe this unique act of self-sacrifice. Solomon sought to uncover any changes that occur within the mother's biology as she willingly succumbs to her young. It's a web of sacrifice and devotion, where the boundaries of life and death intertwine in the pursuit of continued genetic success. Remember though, while the Stegotyphus lineatus may have a rather chilling approach to motherhood, it's just one of the many extraordinary stories that nature weaves. And who knows, perhaps we can learn a thing or two from these 8-legged matriarchs about the power of selflessness and the lengths we'll go for our loved ones, hopefully without the need for cannibalism though. Number 2. Red crabs. Prepare to be amazed by the extraordinary reproductive journey of red crabs. These fascinating creatures, typically found within the lush forests of Christmas Island, embark on an annual migration to the coast for breeding purposes. The onset of the wet season, usually in October or November, triggers their increased activity and signals the start of their remarkable migration. Interestingly, the timing of their migration is closely tied to the phases of the moon, adding a celestial touch to their reproductive saga. During the migration, red crabs bid farewell to their cozy burrows and make their way to the coast, with the male crabs leading the charge. Upon reaching the shore, the male crabs diligently excavate burrows and fiercely defend themselves against rival males. It's their way of creating a safe space for the upcoming mating rituals. Once the females arrive, mating takes place in or near the burrows, marking the union of these crustacean couples. After mating, an intriguing phenomenon unfolds. The males promptly return to the forest, while the females remain in their burrows for approximately 2 weeks. During this period, the females lay their eggs and cradle them in their abdominal brood pouch. This unique pouch provides a nurturing environment for the eggs, aiding in their development. But here's where it gets truly astonishing. When the incubation period comes to an end, the females venture out of their burrows and, in a synchronized spectacle, release their eggs into the ocean. The precise moment for this grand release occurs during the turn of the high tide, specifically during the last quarter of the moon. It's as if the moon itself is orchestrating this awe-inspiring event. With their mission complete, the females retreat to the forest, while the crab larvae embark on their own oceanic adventure. These tiny larvae spend an additional 3 to 4 weeks at sea, undergoing various transformations before finally returning to land as juvenile crabs. What an odyssey! Number 1. Octopus. When it comes to laying eggs, octopuses exhibit some diversity in their reproductive strategies. Some species choose to lay their eggs in secluded dens, nestled under rocks, or within the protective embrace of coral reefs. These hidden havens offer a sanctuary where the eggs can incubate undisturbed by potential predators, such as sharks and stingrays. It's a safe space where the future generation can develop in peace. For these octopus mothers, the journey begins with a thorough exploration of their surroundings. They tirelessly search for the ideal spot to embark on their ultimate sacrifice, the act of laying their eggs. With their keen senses and dexterous tentacles, they carefully select a location that promises security and protection for their precious offspring. Once the perfect spot is found, the mother octopus proceeds to deposit her eggs with great care and precision. These eggs, containing the potential for new life, hold the future of the species. The mother's dedication to her brood is unwavering, and she guards her eggs with vigilance. Over the course of several months, the eggs undergo a transformative process, developing and growing under the watchful eye of their mother. As the day of hatching approaches, the mother's devotion remains steadfast, ensuring that her young are well prepared for their entry into the world. Which of these extreme births fascinated you the most? Did any of them surprise you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next video.